Yeah, I know that feeling well. Look at that face for a second before I get into my story time. All right, so I was driving illegally, bro. I was pushing my fucking luck beyond belief, right? And as I was driving, I had 4 hours left. But let me explain something to y'all. It was a 20-hour drive, and I drove 16 hours of it. I pulled over and slept for 3 hours. Let me explain why I'm doing all of this. I had a load set up for the very next day, and I had to be done with this load tonight, that night, so that I can get the next one that next morning and go to Florida. And then I'd have a fat check. I'd be in Florida with my family. I had it mapped out in my brain that I gotta hustle, right? So I didn't take a proper break, which is 10 hours. I took 3 hours, and then I got right back on the road. Now, I was driving maybe 4 hours at this point, and I had 2 hours to get there. And I'm like, damn, I just did a 20-hour load, like, by myself. Like, I'm that nigga. So I'm driving, right? And I just remember I saw a truck far as fuck away from me. And it was another semi driver. And I just remember I was like, man, I'll never catch up to that nigga. So I'm just chilling. Hour goes by. He's still way ahead of me. But then he has a fucking incident where something's wrong with his truck. So he comes to an immediate stop in the highway. And then at this point, we're at Tyler, Texas. There's nothing nearby, nothing around. And it's a small road. And on top of that, there's not really a shoulder for him to pull off. You know what I mean? And where there's a shoulder, there's a dip. So it's just like, just stay on the road, right? So he stayed on the road, and I wasn't paying attention. I was exhausted beyond belief. So I wasn't prepared for someone to stop in the middle of the road, right? This never happens where I'm from. So I'm driving, I see him, I'm getting closer and closer, and then I just remember I was like dozing off a little bit, and I look up, and he's right there. Like, if I didn't swerve, I would have died, because I had 42,000 pounds behind me. I'm going to Alabama, you know what I mean? I'm like right there close to Alabama, and yeah, I would have died. I would have been a pancake. So I swerve, hit his truck. My truck completely survived the collision, but the fucking trailer was demolished. And I just remember I got out my truck and I sat in front of it. Just like that. Here's my thing. In order for you to do this, to know you fucked up, right? And then take a picture, I give him fucking props for that, because I could never. I'm the type of person where I bury my shame. Straight up. But yo, kudos to this guy. That's my trucking story. Yo, don't make fun of me. Tell your own story. You know what I mean? Thank you. Bye.